researchers have demonstrated a key understanding technique which involves tree rings and ancient cuneiform tablets. They say that the tree rings are a time capsule that holds answers to 2,700-year-old inscriptions that describe astronomical events, including a detailed mention of unusual red skies seen far and wide at the time. Wait till you hear this. The research paper can be found in the astrophysical journal Letters, titled "The Earliest Candidates of Auroral Observation in Assyrian Astrological Reports, Insights on Solar Activity around 660 BC, and the link for that can be found below. The research was conducted by the University of Tsukuba, which combined observations from ancient cuneiform tablets that mention unusual red skies, and they combined that with radioisotope data to identify space weathering that likely occurred around 679 and 655 BC that affected the Earth environment prior to any previously datable events. And now they can confirm a detailed match between observations made by ancient Assyrian and Babylonian astrologers more than 2 millennia ago, which survive in the cuneiform records, and tree sampling techniques, which tells the researchers what may have been happening up in the sky all those years ago. The clay tablets can now be considered messages from professional scholars to kings who had commissioned astronomical observations, including comets, meteors and planetary motions. The team has matched 3 of these ancient tablets that mention an unusual red glow in the sky with the carbon-14 concentrations in tree rings and demonstrate how they are evidence of intense magnetic storms. The observations were made approximately 2,700 years ago in Babylon and the Assyrian city of Nineveh, both of which are mentioned contemporaneously in the Bible. For example, one tablet says, "Red covers the sky," while another mentions a red cloud. These were probably manifestations of what we call today red arc auroras, consisting of light emitted by electrons in atmospheric oxygen atoms after being excited by intense magnetic fields. While we usually think of aurorae as confined to northern latitudes, during this time there was strong magnetic activity observed across the entire world and documented in the petroglyph record. Moreover, because of changes in the Earth's magnetic field over time, the Middle East was closer to the geomagnetic pole during this period in history. The co-author Yasuyuki Mitsuma says about the research, he said, "Although the exact dates of the observations are not known, we are able to narrow the range considerably by knowing when each astrologer was active. Based on tree ring samples, there was a rapid rise in radioactive carbon-14 in the environment during this time, which is associated with increased space weathering activity. These findings allows us to recreate the history of solar activity over a century earlier than previously available records. This shows that astronomical observations made in Nineveh can now be proved to have happened. It shows that these records are accurate historical observations. Doesn't it make you wonder why these people were obsessed with these happenings, and what else did they record that they say they saw up in the sky?"